What is going on, everybody? How are you doing this fabulous day in the world? Bellas and Lucky are playing Roblox. It's like their new obsession. They won't let it go.
We need new potions and Robux and all that sorts of stuff. I even gave Bella $10 worth of Robux to the wrong account because Bella needs to open up 17 different accounts. And I added the wrong amount or added money to the wrong account, which we had to figure out how to get.
I love that.
Anyway, back to the topic of the video is we decided that we are going to take a break from consuming social media, right? We're still going to make our videos because we have control over that. But Mary, especially Mary's feeling very stressed out these days about the world just in general, between the COVID, between the protests, between the looting, the rioting. They destroyed Krispy Kreme, bro. Can you believe that? That's
and it's funny
off limits. You don't destroy Krispy Kreme.
That would be by the Millennium Mall. Now that is in it's very high traffic, very high, maybe tourist, I don't know, but it's a very high traffic area with a mall that consists of very, very expensive, clothing stores or purse stores like
jewelry stores. There's
stores.
Tiffany's, Cartier,
right?
All that happy crap.
Prada, Coach, stuff like that. So. It's weird.
Does the devil wear Prada?
Right. And there's a Target over there. That Target, I think something might have happened to that Target. Then Krispy Kreme's windows were broken. And all this stuff is just happening. And I am just done. I even went to Walmart, left my phone, my Apple Watch at home. I want nothing to do with it. I don't even I need to be in a secluded area far, far away from society because it's just overwhelming. And I just don't want to see it anymore. I just don't want to hear about it. There's nothing that I can do. There's nothing we can do, and we've seen it firsthand. We've watched it firsthand. We've seen it peacefully taken care of, etc. But it's just
anything you can do, I can do better.
I'm done. I feel terrible, super, super dizzy for the past 4 days. I'm just done.
You're supposed to do the other part. Anything I can do, you can do. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Anything I can do, you can do. Wait.
Nah, got him.
Used.
So we are taking a sabbatical from...
This light, dude.
We are taking a sabbatical...
Sorry, everybody.
From social media for the next few days. We are going to just not... We're not going to watch the news. We don't watch the news anyway, but we're staying off Reddit, we're staying off Twitter, staying off Facebook, staying off... That's pretty much all we use.
I don't even want to look at the news. I don't even want to watch the news. We don't usually ever watch the news, but on Facebook it tends to come up a lot of what's happening and, everybody's feelings and opinions. And it's just I've had enough. There's just so much happening and everybody makes a joke. Oh, it's June 1st. What can happen June 1st? We didn't even want to find out.
We don't want to know.
We went to Walmart to go simply grocery shopping, and we hear over the nose, sorry, all Walmart shoppers, please please grab your last minute items.
And
because
GTFO, bro.
The store is now closed. What? It's 4:30. What? So, you could see literally people running to the front of the store. What is going on? What is happening? It's just...
People were afraid of the looters and the rioters.
What I'm saying, there's got to be a somewhere something has to stop, somewhere something has to end because I'm just done dealing with it. It's crazy, it's awful, and it's not fair, and it's just...
When you start getting kicked out of Walmart in the middle of the day because people are afraid of the looters, there's problems.
And I never want to ever say the wrong thing because, everybody's sensitive, people take things the wrong way, but this is just, this is over the top. Okay.
It's getting out of hand.
Because all the negative things that are happening, you're no better than what created this problem. So it's got to stop somewhere.
It is
Hi,
ridiculous.
Christian. What is going on, dude? It's been forever. How are you? It is. I'm done with it. I'm done. I don't want to hear about it. I'm done. Goodbye, phone. Goodbye. Like I said, I've left my phone at home. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know anything about it. I'm good. Oh no.
So
Okay.
far today's been pretty good. It's been a brighter day, that's for sure.
It has until we got kicked out of Walmart.
Well, you got to take that with a grain
I
of
couldn't
salt.
even get gas.
Yeah, they shut off the gas pumps. We don't want you here. Leave.
So weird. Like, it's just so weird. And then, like, I don't.
That's it. I
I'm
mean,
tired. I want to go to bed.
Mary feels like crap. I feel fine actually. And yeah, exactly. I'm this. It's not the protests. I believe in the protests. They have a great message. They have a hi Daniel. They have a great purpose. But the looting and the rioting is not part of the protest. The criminals just use that as a excuse to do what they want to do.
And you know what's really frustrating that I see last night on Facebook is that these poor men, you know, they're black, have a family-owned business, mom and pop, which is always amazing. He's crying and yelling to all the protesters, why would you destroy my business? Why would you destroy my what I created my whole life? I grew up in the ghetto too. Why are you doing this to me? I did nothing wrong to you. The man lost everything. Lost his business, lost his money, lost everything, and has no money to repair it or fix it. Why is that necessary?
Is your hair gonna fall out?
I was putting it up. And then I was in the middle of a conversation and I just continued.
So you just sitting there.
I just stayed.
I got a hold on my hand.
I just stayed. But that's what I'm saying. Like, what did these people deserve to do this? I get we want to stand, we want to fight for you know, all lives matter, you know, we want to do that. That is great. Peacefully, awesome, wonderful, do it. But when you start destroying things, stealing things, breaking things, why? That shows nothing. That does nothing. You are no better. You are no better. And that's just how I feel. And it's beyond frustrating. And it's got to stop. Somebody has to stop something. Someone needs to do something. And not with force either. Have a voice. We'll listen. Wow.
Well, will they listen? That's the point.
Wow. That's the other problem. I'm listening. I'm not listening to all the bad things.
You don't have any juice. You can't change anything. You can't sign a piece of paper.
There really shouldn't be a piece of paper to sign. It's very
Many
simple.
of them are without masks. That is true. I was reading that, like the Memorial Day, like all the parties and stuff at Memorial Day caused a second wave of the COVID, and now all the protesters are starting a second wave of COVID because none of them are wearing masks. Which it's like everyone completely forgot about the COVID problem.
The first problem.
In light of this problem, which granted is more important than the COVID. The COVID will pass. This problem's been going on forever. But it's still a problem right now, and nobody seems to care, which is funny. I mean, it's not funny. It's funny in a not funny way, if that makes any sense.
It does. I get it. But there's that fine line between people taking things too seriously and not
like all the protests in our neighborhood. We had like 4 days of protests in our neighborhood because the guy lives here, and
what are the odds of that?
Yeah, and the cops weren't wearing masks. Some of the protesters were wearing masks. Some of them weren't. Most of them were not. So it's kind of like everyone just we gotta go.
It's weird. It's weird. And, you know, you see a lot of cops like kneeling down, apologizing, saying they're sorry, doing their part. You got a lot of cops walking with the protesters. You got, that is okay. We are protesting for rights. Fine. You are, doing what your First Amendment right is. But then you got the cops who are acting like jerks. And it nicely put. This is not called for. It's not called for to do the things you're doing. And I see cops doing the exact same thing. All of this was created by.
Yeah,
are you stupid?
There's a video we saw yesterday before our social media purge where a cop arrested a protester. I don't know the whole story with that, so I don't know if he arrested him for a good cause or bad cause, whatever. But the ironic part of the video was the cop had his knee jammed into the guy's neck. It's like, that's what started this whole thing, and here you are doing it. Now, luckily, the cop that was helping him either knew it was wrong, was had self preservation in mind because he knew what the problem was, and whatever. But he took the guy's leg off and put it on his back.
He pulled his knee off the guy's neck, and I mean,
it was kind of duh, dude, this is the problem.
And then what the biggest problem here is?
A lot of problems.
There's a big problem here is that I have to try to explain to a 8-year-old and a 4-year-old what the hell is going on, and they look at me like, "But why?" And I have to tell them that not all cops are like that. Don't be afraid of them. Now, are they going to be kind and respectful to the nice cops? Are they going to be kind and respectful to the bad cops? Like, how am I supposed to tell my children to be respectful to someone who would do that? It's very difficult. Where, we understand, we just keep hi and we keep walking. We know what's wrong and right. But how do you explain that to children? How do you explain to children what is happening and why? And how to not do that, how to stop that, or why all these people are so angry, who are so upset, why buildings are burning. Why did they break their favorite Krispy Kreme store with
it's
bricks?
My favorite store.
Why
They're
is
probably
everything
trying to get free donuts?
Why is everything broken, Mom? Why are these people running around the streets screaming? What are they saying? It's a sad world.
It is difficult for the
song.
kids to interpret, and it's we've been trying to explain to them about the virus because they're like, hey, we want to go to the playground, we want to go to the pool, we want to do that, and we want to do those things, but you really can't. And you try and explain that to them, and they're just like, huh, what? They're like Bella, she goes, oh, because of the virus, but I don't think she really understands. She just knows that's the reason we can't do those things, and everything's closed. And this Jabby goes, if Disney goes back to being closed longer, I'm going to be even angrier. But why? That's not really the best place to be going.
No, it's not.
They're taking all these safety precautions, yeah, but I don't want to be there with all those people like that.
I don't want to be there.
A hole in a donut store would be ironic. Wow.
There was a hole in the donut store.
Wow. You should have put dad joke incoming.
But you have to see her face when she says it.
Dad joke
it's
incoming.
Even funnier when you just look at her face. It's not funny when it's funny when you read it, but when you see her face and she's dead serious, it's even funnier. But no, I don't want to go to Disney World. If they're gonna open tomorrow, I won't go. I probably won't step foot.
We have Universal season.
I won't go.
Pass. What are they called?
Annual passes.
Annual passes, and we're not going. We have no plans on going.
And I don't plan on going.
We'll see how the next couple months go.
Couple months is right. And even then, especially now, because all these protesters are not wearing masks, no one's being careful. Everyone is screaming, and I can almost guarantee there's spit happening.
Well, spit, sweat.
It's
discussing
it's
about
gonna make it. It's gonna be a whole coronavirus show all over again. And not only is it happening here. You can't say
corona. You have to say the Rona.
Whatever. Not only is it happening here, it's literally worldwide. So it's going to just continue to circle and circle. They're opening up the planes and the Carnival cruises and all the cruises and Disney World and Universal, and it's just going to be a giant beep show all over again.
But we have to get back to normal eventually.
We do, but right now in this situation, I don't feel normal.
Well, the protests will die down in a little bit, and that'll
if
dissipate.
If somebody does
quicker
something,
than the Rona.
Right. If somebody does something and people,
I mean, that's like
stop doing things.
Well, see, they arrested the guy, right? The guy's in jail.
But we still have
which kind of, if you look at his mugshot does not look like the guy in the video. People are saying it's not really him.
Right.
But so they're not protesting that anymore. They arrested the guy. They're protesting to change how the way police are held accountable and their training and so on and so forth. And I just don't think it's going to happen that quickly, and I don't think they're going to be protesting for months. I mean, they could be. I don't know.
If these videos and pictures keep coming up the way they are, it's not going to stop. We had this discussion last night. We were talking because
There
he
was a
was
similar protest that went on in the streets of Toronto. The protesters were demanding to understand why a young girl was found dead after a short interaction with police. Ridiculous. Just yesterday. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, a lot of things happen and the police get away with it. And I think kind of what added more kindle to the fire here was that he was black, because that's already a touchy subject all in America, is the police and the black people. And I understand you see a lot of questionable videos, but the problem is you never get all the information from
Never.
the outside looking in. You see videos, you see pictures, but you never get all the information. Now with the most recent incident with George Floyd, you have most of the information, and that cop was definitely wrong, and no matter which way you cut it. But I don't know. It's just, this is why we want to get off social media. It's just it's killing your mental health. That's all you see all day is on Reddit you see pictures of people getting shot in the head with rubber bullets.
She was just grocery
She was
shopping.
grocery shopping, and people were protesting. She's just minding her own business, going grocery shopping. She gets shot in the head by the cops with a rubber bullet. She's got a big hole in her head right here, and she's all bleeding. And reporters getting arrested. Reporter got shot in the eye, lost her eye. I mean, it's out of control.
And again, how do you explain that information to your children? How do you explain that information to kids who want to know, who have questions? Lucky he's worried about Roblox. But when Bella, she's 8 years old, turning 9 in a couple of months, how do you explain and try to explain that to her?
You're the one that joined me in the skateboard game.
All
That's Lucky's biggest problem is
Right.
Bella doesn't want to join the skateboard game.
right. So and that's fine. That's great. That's good.
I wish that was my problem.
Me too. But where do you go from here? What happens tomorrow? No one knows what's going to happen tomorrow. And that's what frustrates
And
me.
they say bad
And
things
that-
happen in threes, and I'm waiting for the third.
And on top of that, welcome Florida to your hurricane season.
It's only the first day of hurricane season. We've already had 3 named storms, so it's going to be a busy one.
I go to Walmart. I said, should we get some toilet paper? We need it. We always need it. Because who knows? There was toilet paper there. I'm going to get it. Who knows? Who has any idea what's going to happen tomorrow?
Well, at least a hurricane's not like a sudden thing, though.
Right, but
you have time to prepare for it. It's not going to just show up out of nowhere.
right, but people are going to freak out. People are going to want their necessities. People are going to,
And that'll start the
be
COVID
concerned.
issue again, the Rona issue again, because where are you going to go for like shelters and stuff? People are going to be all close together. It's just a nightmare.
Yeah, and we just don't. I mean, should I? That's what I'm thinking too. Should I go to the store and stock up on all these things, or should I just deal with it? There's nowhere for. And the other thing is there's nowhere for anybody to run to because Disney's closed. So if it happens between now and by the time the hotels open, because that's where everybody used to run to from
true.
everywhere else. Everybody used to go to Disney's hotels. That's what we did one year. It was great. But where's everybody going to go now?
Well,
Exactly. There's nowhere for anybody to go. And if they open up schools, shelters, etc.
well, yeah, they would just open everything up.
Right. But then we're going to have another problem with the COVID. Everybody's going to sleep with masks on their face or eat with masks on their face. They can't go outside. So obviously
I'm
it's
gonna
inside.
just go to Madagascar
It's just,
with the penguins.
I'm
I
telling
like to
you.
move it.
I'm going to go into a
I love
cabin in
the
the woods
moment,
somewhere and
moment.
stay there for a couple of weeks.
A couple centuries.
It really does sound like a good idea. But, and I even, we discussed it last night. There's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to go for, normalcy or anything. There's nowhere to go. It's everywhere. And I want to leave. Like I do. Like I'm so over it all.
Mary's stressing out.
I am very dizzy every day. Dizzy right now. I'm so over it.
Hey, what do you
I
want?
am. Like, and then, and that, what really frustrates me is that, like, I have to, can I say this in a better,
This one?
nicer, calmer way? The day Matt and I are no longer here, I have to leave my children in this world. This world is disgusting.
Means you're dead.
I hate this world. I do. Nothing about it is good. Every day there's something bad about it.
Freaking out, man.
And I have to leave my children.
But this stuff happens all the time.
But still,
It
like
ebbs and flows. Right now we're at the valley. it's the worst is here.
That's
and then
what
we'll
you think.
Slowly start creeping up. I mean, the next thing that's going to happen, it would be like a civil war type scenario, and if that happens, you got a lot bigger problems than Rona, bro. But I don't think it's going to get to that point. I think they're working on de-escalating the situation,
My head hurts.
and that'll be cleared up, and then it'll be back to quarantine.
Oh.
You all right?
No.
Well,
I am I'm having like a
Mary's freaking out.
no, I'm not far from freaking out. It's not, and you said this, and quote, let's go back to the last live stream. We had this exact same
I can't
conversation
remember
when we started discussing about the coronavirus
The
in the
Rona?
beginning. And Matt said, "Oh no, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. It's just a little, it's a virus. It's like the flu." I said, "No, it's not. It's gonna get bad." Here we are today. They're almost 3 months later.
that. I'm still not worried about it.
No one ever listens to me.
I'm not worried about it. It's.
I'm just staying away from. I see it right there. See it? See it? I see what you see.
It's Piggy.
It's Piggy.
He's big.
Okay, so Roblox. We're gonna get off this topic. Roblox has a game called Piggy, and it's a pig, and it plays like scary, creepy, like music, like and she goes after all the players with like a bat, and if she hits you, you die. Like, it's creepy.
And when you run from Piggy, you
And
hide
I'd
from
really hate to do this, but we have to
Oh.
go because I have to eat dinner and I have to get ready for work. But we wanted to come and just express our
I'm
concerns
telling you,
about
shut
social
up.
media. No, I want to keep talking, but we
I know.
can't.
And this schedule is terrible. It's terrible for him. It's terrible for us.
It's an adjustment period. We
This-
thank everybody for watching. We will see you guys all later. Remember to enjoy the journey, even if it's full of riots and Rona.
And always remember to try and smile.
Bye, Melissa.
Bye. Oh, I just hit you in the
Don't
head.
hit me in the head,
I'm so
freak.
sorry. I'm so sorry.